Good afternoon, guys, and happy Tuesday to all of your sunshiny faces. So, guys, you notice something behind me? Oh my goodness, guys. I finally got my curtains hung up, which right now, honestly, they're all wrinkly. They're not really hanging straight either because I need to pull my desk out a little bit. You guys can see down there, they're like, they made it underneath, but it's butted up, like, not like right against the wall, but it probably needs to be pulled out a little bit more. And then I also, too, have these boxes that I gotta put somewhere. So, yeah, it's not completely straight. The only problem is, though, I do have some, because my outlet's like right there, so you guys can see how it's kind of like bunched up over here. It's because of my outlets, and I have a cord that runs to that one, and I think to my lamp also. So I have like cords that go this way, and so they're like sticking out and everything like that. So yeah. So with that, but they did get hung up, guys. I put these things on too so that I can pull them off to the side. They're actually, it's 4 like sets in total. And then the, what you call it, the thing above it. So that and these are chrome because I wanted it to match my light. And then the only thing was I wanted white. And so I actually do like the white in here. The only problem is that the only ones they had white, I got them at Menards. I think they were like maybe $10 or something like that. So I think I paid like $40 for them. And the hardware wasn't actually that expensive. I think that might have been like, I don't even know, a couple bucks. And those were maybe like $2 or $3. They were like not expensive at all. But the only ones that they had for the curtains had it's a copper like finish on there, which I really liked this specific type, but the problem is that it's copper, and I'm not totally in love with the fact that it doesn't go with the whole chrome. But I mean, you can kind of tell because it looks a little bit darker, but it's not so bad because it actually kind of matches my desk color almost a little bit, like just close to it, because it's kind of more of a darker like color. So yeah, not too bad. And then even too, like the hardware on there, those like chrome too, so I kind of went for like a white, blue, you know, chrome kind of, and I kind of wanted to do a little gray as well since my desk is gray. But I mean, like I said, the copper kind of almost looks gray in here. But because you never know how something's going to look once it's actually in your room, in your space with all of your stuff. So yeah, I mean, right now they look a little overwhelming, but I feel like it's just because they're wrinkled. And then on top of that too, you guys tell, I hung them on, hangers, and so they were like hanging over the hanger, so this also needs to be taken care of, which I don't know if I can iron them or like just over time them hanging out will get rid of that. And two, I can always rewash them, but I washed them when I first got them and was like, okay, I'm gonna put them up, and it took my dad forever to do it. So he was home from work today because he has an extra day off after what's it called, New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. So he hung those up today since he was off. And yeah, so I washed them, like I said, right after I got them, and then it's taken like a couple months now, and they've all been sitting on there. So I think if I wash them again and put them back up, they'll be fine. But they were like just washed too, and then they were just hanging in the closet. So I was like, I really don't need to rewash them, but maybe in a little bit of time when I rewash them. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it does seem a little overwhelming, like, and it makes the room feel a little bit smaller, I think, maybe. I don't know, though. But it's weird because it actually feels like it's like a wall there. So I don't know, because I haven't even seen them with them being pulled off to the side yet. And like we put them up during the day, so we got to see kind of what it was like when the sun was out and everything. But they're also supposed to be like energy efficient too, because they help keep the sun out in the summer and help to keep like the draft and warm air in the winter, and the drafts out. So my windows are pretty drafty too, because I told you guys too, all of our, with the exception of I think a handful of the windows upstairs and maybe all the windows upstairs and the ones in the living room. The living room ones we got replaced a couple of years ago, but all the other windows are original to the house, so they are very drafty. And so like for that reason just alone, I mean, it's nice to have these, because my dad was even like, oh wow, it's cold next to your window when he was putting these up. So that's good. And then in the summer too, it should help keep it a little bit cooler in my room as well, since it helps to block out the sun. And it actually does, because I originally wanted blackout curtains, and then I was like, well, because I have blinds on the other side too. You guys have seen those. I still have the blinds up. but I have the curtains over those. So I have got two dogs that decided they're gonna fight with each other. What are you guys doing? Okay, there they go. But so it actually stays really, even when the sun's out, it's still pretty dark in my room. Like, it's not super sunny or anything like that, but I like to have them open during the day anyway. There's really no reason that I would want them closed. But yeah, I just, like, my problem is that a lot of times someone ends up leaving our side light on, which like comes right into my window almost, and it's very bright outside and you can tell when it's on. Or else the neighbors too, especially in the summer, they like to have parties and stuff like that, and they'll go out on their back porch and have their back lights on and stuff like that. And so they what was I gonna so it will get really, they'll be out there until, a couple, 1, 2 in the morning or something like that. And I'm trying to go to bed, or even midnight, or, 10 o'clock. It depends. But, they're just up late, and they'll have their lights on and stuff like that. And sometimes it's hard for me to fall asleep when the lights are on. Especially, too, because I feel like I like to lay, it depends. I used to always lay on my, I don't know what that'd be. I always lay on this side, my right side. But then now I'm like, I switch sides all the stinking time. When I used to sleep upstairs too, I would always sleep on I think it was on my left side, which is really bizarre too, because I would sleep facing the wall. And now when I sleep down here though, I like to face away from the wall, which I don't know why. But when my bed was upstairs, yeah, I'd face towards the wall. But now down here, I face all the time away from the wall. Or at least to fall asleep. But then once I'm asleep, or if I get up to turn my alarm clock off, it's so weird, guys. I get up, I turn my alarm clock off, right? And I'll go lay back in my bed, and I'll go on my right side. Then I'll get up again to turn my alarm clock off again, or hit the snooze button, and then I go and sleep on my left side. I always alternate which side I'm sleeping on if I get up and turn my alarm clock off. That's the most bizarre thing. I noticed that too one day. I was like, oh, I'm not comfortable on this side, and so I laid back on the other side, and I always switch as soon as if I get up, or if I get up to grab something, if I'm like, oh, I need water or something like that in the middle of the night, I'll get up, and if I was laying on my right side or something like that, then I'll switch and then I'll lay on my left side. Really weird. So yeah, these dogs are having a good old time fighting with each other. You guys fighting? What's so fun about fighting with each other? They're both trying to egg each other on. Is that what you guys are doing? You egging each other on? Look at them. They're just going to give each other stares until one of them decides to make a move first. It's really cute, guys. They kind of have that personality where you see how they interact with each other. One of them will just, yep, see, there they go. Charlie made the first move. But guys, I got, today too was kind of because I was helping a little bit too putting these up. I didn't get quite as much stuff done. I did make dinner for tonight, and I did clean up all the dishes after dinner and washed everything. Everything's ready to go in the dishwasher. I don't even think I have enough to do a full load, so I didn't even bother putting anything away yet. So I half did the dishes today. And then I did do 1 load of laundry. But the thing is, guys, I'm so ahead of laundry, from doing it from last week, that I don't even barely have enough, I didn't have enough reds to run a full load. I could run a really small load, but I feel like it's kind of wasteful unless not totally, because our washing machine's so awesome and it can detect how big or how small the load is, and how much water to add, and how long to run for and everything like that, so I don't even have to guess oh, is this a small load or is it a large load or whatnot. So I could, but I just rather save the stuff and not have to guess with them. More for fabric softener and laundry detergent, be how much do I need? So I like to just kind of wait until I have a full load of laundry to do. So it's not anything super pressing that we need red clothes washed or anything like that, because honestly it's 2 or 3 sweatshirts and a towel and a couple other things that will be more than able to live without. But I was I'm just going to hang on and wait until I have enough. So I did have enough to run darks, but I didn't have enough to do any other loads of laundry so far this week. So I'm pretty much caught up, I guess, with laundry. But yeah, guys, I'm going to take a shower and head to bed because I want to get to bed early. It's only 10, not even 10:30 yet. So I will see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. If you guys did enjoy today's vlog, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love it if you'd subscribe. And I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye, guys.